Hi guys, this is Oliver and welcome back to another episode of Alien/Predator movie reviews. And in this episode we're going to review The Predator that was released in 2018. And the film was directed by Shane Black, who played Hawkins in the original Predator film, who also directed the Iron Man 3, which was a big movie reference in this movie, because in the end of this movie we got to see this pretty cool and awesome looking Predator armor, which was a really big movie reference to the Mark I suit in 2008's Iron Man. And also this film has those Predator dogs, who I think look kinda okay. I'm not going to pull like a bunch of hate on those Predator dogs in this movie. I was pretty excited to see this new looking Predator movie. And I was also pretty excited when I saw the Blu-ray for this movie at MediaMarkt back in February of 2020. Oh my god, they have the Predator! Yes, this is the 2018 version. Yeah, I heard people said that the movie was terrible, but I still want to watch it. Anyways, let's get started with my thoughts and my movie review of The Predator that was released in 2018. And yeah, let's get started. So for me, I really like the kills in this movie. This film has some pretty cool kills, I think. And easy, the one thing I really like about the kills in this movie and about the movie in general was that this film was rated R, which I think was awesome. And there was a lot of blood in this movie, a lot of pretty cool gory stuff, you know. The film was not as violent as I thought it was going to be, but every time the gory stuff was happening, it was pretty cool, I think. And then there was one scene in particular where you got to see the classic Predator when he was escaping this pretty cool lab, and he was just killing a bunch of people, and it was just awesome. It was a pretty cool scene, I think. It was one of my favorite scenes of the movie, I think. It was just a pretty cool action scene, I think. And he killed a lot of people in this movie. And this film doesn't have the best kills in the Predator franchise, but it still has some pretty cool kills, I think. Easily one of my favorite kills in this movie is in the ending when they're facing off against the Mega Predator, and then they shoot him and he just dies. It's pretty cool, I think. It was just a pretty hard Predator to defeat and kill, and then they finally just shoot him like yeah, finally, it was just fatality, win. Yeah. So now for me, I loved the design on the Predators in this movie. I think that the Predators in this movie are pretty well done, I think. I loved the classic Predator in this movie. Great costume. The actor who played the classic Predator in this movie played the Predalien from Alien vs. Predator Requiem, and I think he's a pretty good actor, I think. He's not nearly as good as Kevin Peter Old, but I still think he's pretty good, I think. And the classic Predator in this movie is a badass. He kills a lot of people in this movie, and it was pretty cool, I think. Then you also have the Mega Predator in this movie, or whatever it's called. The first Predator that is made entirely out of CGI. And yeah, I think that the Mega Predator is pretty cool in this movie. I think that he kills a lot of people, and I loved the climax when they were facing off against the Mega Predator in this movie, just like in every other Predator movie. It was pretty cool. I think it was just a really, really long action scene that I really like about the fight scene, especially in the ending with the Predator spaceship. It was epic. It was awesome, you guys. I recommend watching it. And I also have the Mega Predator as a Funko Pop. I got this from Amazon. This was pretty cool, you know. This is how the Mega Predator looks like. This is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, I really like the design on the Predators in this movie. I really like the Mega Predator. He's not nearly as cool or as badass as the classic Predator in this movie, but he's still pretty cool, I think. Then you also got some Predator dogs in this movie. I loved the action scene with the Predator dogs in the beginning. Then there was this friendly Predator dog who showed up time after time. I mean, they was just so flipping weird. Guys, they shot this random Predator dog, then he ran away, and then he showed up time after time in random scenes of the movie, like, hey, I'm in this movie. And then and then in the climax of the movie, he just stood there. Meanwhile, the main characters were fighting the Mega Predator. It was funny. It was still, I still pretty like the design on the Predator dogs in this movie, and they were pretty big. So for me, in the end, I really liked The Predator. It was a pretty good movie, I think. I mean, the story was pretty good. I really liked the characters in this movie. I really liked the Predators in this movie. And I really liked the kills in this movie. There are a lot of things I really like about this movie, actually. And I also really liked the Predator spaceship in this movie. I mean, there were a lot of pretty cool action scenes with the Predator spaceship in this movie. And the Predator spaceship looked a lot better than it did in Predator 2. Because in Predator 2, it looked pretty fake to me. It looked like more, the Predator spaceship in Predator 2 looked a lot more like a cave than an actual real life spaceship. And the Predator spaceship in this movie looked pretty cool, I think. It looked pretty real and lifelike and pretty realistic. And there were a lot of things I really liked about this movie, actually. And Jacob Tremblay was in this movie, and I think he was a really good actor in this movie. And also there were a lot of really funny jokes in this movie. Yeah.
That's not a predator, that's a sports hunter.
Well, we took a vote. Predator's cooler, right? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's my review of The Predator, and yeah, I think the movie was pretty good, I think, and yeah, I've done a lot of episodes of Alien/Predator movie reviews, and if you want to see more Alien and Predator movie reviews, then comment down below, but I don't know. I've done a lot of them, a little bit too much, you know. But stay tuned, because the season finale of the Skull Universe Season 3 is soon coming out, so stay tuned. The season finale, the last episode, the epic conclusion to the trilogy. And also in October, I'm going to keep on with the Oliver Ekman horror movie review series. But until then, I'm Oliver Ekman. And yeah, this has been the movie review. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this movie review. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.